I used to have a lot of dreams where I was a guy and I used to love this girl. This was back when I was 10 to when I was 13. She was beautiful. She had long, dark hair and smooth, white skin. Her name was Leela. Whenever she smiled, I would feel so happy. Whenever I think about her, I feel sad. I just feel really depressed. Even now, I still feel a little sad just thinking about her. And I always woke up with this feeling of longing. I don't have these dreams anymore, but they felt so real when I had them. I'm not a lesbian, though, and I often find myself drawn to guys with dark hair and light skin, so I don't know. In a different sort of answer, I feel like I experience present lives through my dreams. There are a few worlds that I visit. I know people, how to navigate areas, and live life normally until I wake up. Maybe someone else can relate to this. I tend to visit the same few, but recently passed away in one that I had never been in until that dream. It was a strange experience, to say the least. A few odd things. The main one being that I'm afraid of ships and shipwrecks and the sea. My dad had a book about boats when I was younger. Its cover was the Bismarck looming out of the gloom, and I'd go hysterical anytime I saw it. I can paddle in the shallows, but any higher than my waist and I freak out. I bravely swam out a little bit when I was on holiday once, saw a rope and an anchor below me, and hauled my ass back to the beach and stayed on terra firma for 2 weeks. Next one is more recent. Over the past 2 years, I've had dreams about walking around my hometown, going to pubs and going to work, in streets and buildings that were gone even before my dad was born. I only realized where these places were when my boss brought in some old photos of the town, and I could name buildings and places of note just by sight. My ex-husband, we had 2 amazing children together. We married without proper romantic feelings for one another and divorced completely amiably. We live down the street from each other, talk every day, care for each other during illnesses, and attend all family events together even after remarriages. For some reason, this isn't strange to anyone. We had been divorced 12 years. I'm convinced we might have been siblings in a past life and that we must have been close. I had a dream about it when we first met. I had a weirdly vivid dream once that was during Victorian or possibly Civil War times. In this dream, I was a tall young man, which is weird because I'm female, and was in this yellow room having an extremely heated argument with a young woman who must have been my wife. I couldn't actually hear any of the words being exchanged, but right at the climax of the argument, the young woman slapped me and turned around to leave, which enraged me. Right as she was reaching for the door, I pulled out a pistol and shot her in the back. When I realized what I had done, I ran over to her, hoping she was alive, but she wasn't. After realizing she was dead, I put the pistol to my head and shot myself.